Hi everyone, welcome to your strength training HIIT workout on the JumpSport trampoline with the handlebar. My name is Kara.
And I'm Michelle, and we're gonna have so much fun.
It's gonna be a great workout.
Great, let's hop on up to the trampolines for our warm-up.
We're gonna warm up in a Tabata style today, so 20 seconds of work and 10 seconds of active recovery. We're doing 2 different moves, twice, and then you're going to take that whole thing over again.
And you can see that we've got the JumpSport trampoline with the bar, so just be aware that this is in your general perception while you're on the trampoline warming up.
Here we go. Let's start with our cross-country skis. Switch this out. 20 seconds of hard work here. Pull those abs up and in, and keep switching those feet.
Getting warm really fast. Wasting no time here.
10 seconds doesn't seem like a long time, but we're going to need it in that recovery.
Yep.
In 4, in 3, 2, 1. Just a mid-bounce here.
Keep moving, keep bouncing.
You're going to go for a similar movement into a sprint in 3, 2, and 1. Go. It's just the warm-up.
Going as fast as you can, picking those feet up, picking your knees up, pulling your abs up and in. Whew.
20 seconds seems a lot longer. For 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Breathe. Good.
I'm already sweating, Kara.
I know, feeling nice. Repeat that again, your cross-country skis in 3, 2, 1. Go. Switch.
So we've got a nice pace here. It's not slow,
Yeah,
but it's not a sprint.
we're reserving that for later. Good. For 4, and 3, 2, 1. 10 seconds to recover. Sprint is your final part of your Tabata here. Using that active recovery time. Sprint in 3, 2, 1. Go.
Get a little lower, get a little faster. Pull those knees up.
Abs are in tight, shoulders are back.
Go, 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 go.
Good, you guys, make sure you're breathing in this. For 4, 3, 2, 1. 10 seconds to recover. If you need a little bit more of a warm-up, feel free to repeat that again.
I think I'm good.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah. Okay, so we just finished our warm-up, and we're gonna go through all of the exercises that we're gonna do in today's strength HIIT training workout. So our first thing, you're gonna need the bands.
This is gonna loop under the first leg.
And we just have a 5-foot long band. It's about 4 inches in diameter.
First move here, taking it to a rotated bicep curl. You need to make sure you always wrap those hands so you can keep a nice safe grip. Turn those elbows in as the palms go out, curling here, rotated bicep curl. Your next move is going to be a straight arm tricep kickback. Angle your body just a little bit to avoid that handlebar. Press up and lower down. Moving with super straight arms here.
Cool. Then you're just gonna drop the band where it is. You don't need it. And this is a really fun one. You're gonna get under your trampoline. So we're gonna use this bar. I am gonna take an underhand grip and we're gonna come into a pull-up. So walk your feet forward so your body's in a totally flat position. You're gonna bring your chest up and in, elbows graze your ribcage, and then lower yourself back down. If you want to, you can do an overhand grip, no big deal. Same thing, you'd be pulling your elbows in and then releasing all the way back down.
I just watched you that whole time. I was like, she looks great, she's got it. You're gonna flip that around into a push-up for your next move. Open those hands slightly wider than your chest, drop down and press. If you are hoping to focus on your triceps a little bit more, you can bring your hands closer together and turn your elbows in towards your ribs.
Yeah, so many variations you can do here. We'll go over that more later. All right.
From here, lying down to the back. Going for an accordion crunch, you're gonna tap those toes down towards the ground, crunch everything up and in.
And when you're done with that, scoot your butt forward. Legs extend all the way up, so they're on the other side of the bar, right? Hands are on the outside of the bar grabbing, and you're gonna drop down to the right. Come back to the center, and drop down to the left using your core muscles.
All in those obliques.
Great.
And after this, take a little walk around. You're gonna come to the side for an offset squat. One leg is on, the other is off. Drop your hips down and back and press up to standing. If you need a little bit more work on sitting those hips down and back, you can always use that handlebar. And then we'll take it into a lateral lift with that. So you go down and press up. Handlebar is there for you if you need it. We'll switch sides with that, but just so you see what our last move is, we're gonna take it into a lunge with a hip extension. So dropping those legs down, finding 90-degree angles here, press up and straight. And then we'll eventually take it up to the trampoline. So you go press and kick back, drop down and kick back. And that is your whole exercise lineup.
It's going to be fun.
You ready to get started?
I am.
How this is going to work is you're going for a superset. So 1 minute in each of these exercises that are kind of paired together. And then we take a 30-second rest to recover. Sounds good?
Sounds great.
Here we go. Go ahead and grab your band again. It's down low. Pick this up. And we're going to take it to the wrap to start with our bicep curls. Bend those knees slightly. Abs pull in. Let's do this. Here we go.
Think of having a nice open chest as you do this. Is that what you were going to say?
Yeah. I mean, always, mind reading. But also, you're wanting to decide about your rep count here and also decide about your rep speed. So if you're going super quick, okay, but make sure you have a really good form. Tapping all the way up towards your shoulders and down to your thigh. If you're unsure of your form, always take it slower so you can be really aware of your body.
Always be safe. Well, I can feel this. I don't know about you guys.
Yep. Feeling it, it's there.
And I'm thinking about my thumbs coming towards my shoulder every single time because this is more open than a regular bicep curl that would come to the front. It just kind of helps me target the right muscles for this very specific exercise.
I love this for posture too because you can really squeeze your shoulder blades together. We only have 5 more seconds here. Good for 3 and 2 and 1. Let's take it to tricep kickback. Rotate your body slightly, press back and lower down.
So we're going right into the next exercise. These are complementary exercises. It's called a superset. So it's just going to exhaust the muscles completely on both sides of that working area.
So we got the biceps in that first move, the front of the arm, and now we have triceps, the back of the arm.
Same thing here. Your shoulders are rolled back and down, and you're not going to lock into your elbows. They're a little bit soft, but your arms are totally straight as you do this. Nice soft knees, hips are back and low, abs are in. Squeezing those shoulder blades together. You're almost there. Make sure you kick those arms all the way up above your hips every time.
The good thing with this complementary exercises is that I'm now getting a stretch in my bicep that I just worked simply by working my tricep.
And you get a 30-second break after it. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Go ahead and just drop your band.
Let it go.
You done.
30 seconds to recover. If you need a little bit of a stretch
grab
here,
water, grab a
anything
towel,
like that.
Give it a little shake. Do what you need to do.
In the meantime, you can get yourself set up for your next move, which is your pull-up. So you're going to want to have your hands in an underhand grip to start. You can always change it to an overhand if that feels better for you. But we're going to start here in 3, 2, and 1. Pull this up and lower it down.
So your weight is mostly in your heels as you do this. Graze that rib cage with your elbows every time. And instead of letting your head go like this, hi, you want to make sure that you're looking
squeezing back in and right here. Good. It's also going to be helpful that your arms are directly underneath your hands rather than pushed back. Your alignment is natural, so your bone structure can support you here along with those muscles.
Two more. Last one. Nice work. Let's just flip on over. Go right into our push-ups. So you can take whatever stance you want here. Carrie's going to take a wider stance. We're going all the way down, all the way up. If you want to, like she mentioned before, you can come into a tricep push-up. Means your hands are right underneath your shoulders, and your elbows are going to graze the rib cage all the way down and pushing straight up.
If you need a little bit more support, widen your stance to even out those hips, and you'll be able to tuck your hips more there, so your lower back can be even more supported.
And make sure you're moving with control. So if you need to slow down a little bit, that's totally fine. Just keep moving.
If you also need to modify, feel free to bring your knees down, hands a little bit wider, and you can still go for that similar tricep push-up. Woo, feels good.
That's superset.
It is super.
Keep going, guys. You got this. Pull your abs in, squeezing those butt cheeks. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Walk your feet in. Roll all the way up. Let's face the front and grab your hands behind your back. Roll your shoulders back and down. You're just going to tip your body forward. A nice, easy forward bend. Knees are soft. Head and neck are relaxed, and let your hands fall forward. So from the side, it looks like this. Just opening up those shoulders. When you're ready, unclasp your hands, bring your hands all the way down. Soften your knees, roll all the way up to standing. Knees go first, then your tailbone, then vertebra by vertebra, rolling all the way up. Nice job.
All right, let's take it to some deeper core work here. You're gonna lie down underneath your handlebar. Use it to scoot all the way forward so your tailbone is to the edge of the trampoline. Legs are in tabletop and hands are behind your head. You're gonna tap your heels low and then crunch up everything into the center. Make sure that your lower back is always pulling down and in.
You're doing this for 1 minute.
You're only lowering those legs as much as your lower back will allow. So if you feel like you're splaying off here, your legs are going too low. Try to tuck that in. Exhale on the way up. This is super challenging because you're opening up through your core and then having to use your abs from that extension to come back up and in. Try to keep those elbows wide. Are you feeling this? I'm feeling this.
Yes, feeling it. Make sure you inhale on the down, exhale on the crunch up.
Really important to focus on that breath and then superset. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and hold onto the handlebar, send those legs up straight. You go right into your windshield wiper, over to the side, lift through center, and switch. Your shoulders are staying down, so you have something to rotate against in your waist, and you're using your obliques to bring those legs up through center.
And this isn't a back stretch, so you're not trying to crack your lower back. You're actually trying to control your legs as they go all the way down and come back to the center. So your range of motion might be a little bit smaller. That's totally fine as long as you're using your core.
It's also really nice because the handlebar not only gives you support, but also guidance. So if you feel like your legs are wanting to come in closer to your body, it kind of prevents that for you.
Yeah, it's a good little tool to use as a guide. Dropping the last one to the right and back to the center, and then coming down to the left, back to the center. Nice work. Hug your knees, and you have a 30-second break here. Take a deep breath in and exhale it out. Drop your feet down to the ground and roll all the way up. Come out from underneath that bar, and let's come around to the front of our trampoline.
Yeah, you can do a little do-si-do either way.
Okay, so our next exercise, we're gonna go into some leg and butt stuff.
We got our offset squat, so bring one foot onto the trampoline, the other parallel right in line with it. You're gonna drop your hips low and back, and then press yourself to standing. You can always go no hands here on the handlebar if you want that extra challenge, but if you need help sitting your hips back to align those knees and heels, feel free to use that bar.
And your weight is in your heels as you do this, so you could lift up your toes, check in with yourself, wiggle your toes a little bit, maybe try to lift them off the ground if you can.
It's those glutes that are helping you squeeze up to standing.
If you want to make this even harder, you can reach your fingertips above your head.
We're going to take this into a lateral lift in 3, 2, and 1. So we go down, press all the way side, drop, and press side. Now we're really powering through that trampoline leg, pressing into that heel even more, keeping your toes pointing forward. You might feel that heart rate come up a little bit.
A little bit. So this is creating lots of power in that standing leg that's on the trampoline. As you're pressing down through that uneven surface, you have 5 more. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Switch sides. Find that parallel leg stance again. Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. This is the 2nd minute of your superset, so you want to get right into it. You can keep that transition quick.
Bending at the hips every time. Don't be afraid to sit your hips back a little bit more, get a little lower in this.
I also love this for a good hip opener on the trampoline leg side.
That's true.
Just a little bit higher up so you can deepen that hip crease. Let's stand up for that lateral lift in 3, 2, and 1. You go down and press tall.
So check in with your balance here. If you want to, you can have one hand on the bar, or you can try with both hands off. Totally up to you what you're feeling today.
Good, get low into that leg.
Pressing down through that trampoline leg every single time. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice work.
30 seconds to rest. And we're gonna rotate this so you can set yourself up into your next position, which is for a lunge. Left leg forward, right leg back. Remember, you're going for double 90-degree angles in those legs. Hold on to the handlebar if you need it.
Roll your shoulders back.
Remember to breathe.
Last exercise. Last superset, guys. You can do it.
Just bend down and press. Good, so as you'll notice in these past leg exercises, you're going for 30 seconds in one motion and then adding on a challenge in the final 30 seconds. So if that extra challenge feels like too much, that's okay. Don't worry about it. Just stay in the first movement that we've given you.
Exactly. And if you're like, piece of cake, great news. You can just do this workout again.
Yes. Here we go. Add that kick back in 3, 2, and 1. You're gonna go press off, drop it back and down. Super important here that your shoulders go back with you as you land so you can stack them right on top of your hips. Feel free to slide that hand along the handlebar.
Or even test your balance. Maybe take that hand off, see what happens.
Woo.
Maybe not.
Maybe it feels good to balance with it.
And we're gonna do a real fast switch to the other side in 4, 3, 2, switch your feet. Nice job. Coming back into that basic lunge to start. So going all the way down, extending through both legs. As you come up, get really tall, get a little longer in that torso. Legs are straight.
You want your back heel up, so it should almost feel like your kickstand in the back.
Belly buttons in. You can really feel your hips here. I like to put one hand on my hip so I'm not opening out to the side. Just targets everything straight forwards. So my knees are both moving in a forward motion. Adding on to this in 3, 2, kick that back leg back in 1. Let's go. Up and lower down.
Abs are in tight as you pitch forward. Maintain that nice long line of your spine. And the real challenge is to try to keep your front leg just as bent as when you're on the ground to when you're standing on top of it. That's where that burn really comes in.
Yeah, you'll definitely feel it in the right glute for sure. I'm sweaty.
Same. We got 3 and 2 and 1 and shake it out. 30 seconds to recover. Take whatever time you need here. We recommend repeating this up to 3 times.
Have fun with that. Okay, great job. You finished that strength HIIT workout. You're probably super sweaty because I know I am. Let's stretch it out. Hop on up to your trampoline, and we're gonna start in our figure 4 stretch. So you can either face the bar or you can have one hand on the bar. You're just gonna bring that left heel over your right knee. Sink your hips back and relax in your hips. Relaxing your glutes, roll your shoulders back and down, breathe in here.
You almost want to think about sticking your butt out.
Yeah.
That's going to give you more of a stretch in that hip.
Yeah, you'll feel it on the outside of that left hip. And then when you're ready, switch around to the other side. If you want to, you can face the other way. If you're feeling really confident in your balance, you can stay on facing the same way. No big deal. This is all for you, so it's about whatever's comfortable for you.
And that foot flexion here is going to keep your knee protected, so make sure that is always toes pointing towards your shin.
Breathe into this.
You're going to keep one leg on, step back. No, we're not going back into the strength training, but find a long lunge here, a runner's lunge stretch to open up through your hip flexor. The bar is here, so you can adjust your hand. And if you don't need it, feel free to put hands down.
If you want to kind of relax into this stretch, you can bring your hands down. If you want to make this a little bit stronger and more sturdy, you can bring your hands up. You'll feel that stretch in the front of your hip flexor on the other side. And when you're ready, bring your left foot back to meet your right foot and step your right foot onto the trampoline. So whatever you did on that other side, you're going to want to make sure you do on the opposite side that we're on now. So just repeat. If you brought your hands up, awesome. If you brought your hands all the way down to the tramp, great. And let's step that right foot back to meet the left foot. Walk your hands all the way back towards your feet. Roll on up. Grab your hands behind your back. They're going to clasp right behind your lower back. Roll your shoulders back and down. And then just tip your body forward. Nice, easy forward fold. Relax the head. Relax the neck here. Soften your knees if you need to. And when you're ready, release those hands. They come all the way down to the ground. Soften your knees. Roll all the way up to standing. Let's take a deep breath in here. Arms come up. And exhale. You guys are done. Awesome work today.
See you next time.
Bye.